guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. Today I thought I would cover a little bit about bereavement, uncomplicated bereavement, and complicated bereavement. I feel like this video will help any of us that's going through or in our hour of need or in our hour of sorrow. Okay? Please hit the like button for me and share the video if you would. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so if you like what you see over here in the safe zone. Bereavement. Although loss is nearly a universal experience, there is considerably variety in how people grieve. Bereavement is always painful, but some people return to their normal lives rather rapidly, experiencing what we call uncomplicated bereavement, while others deal with more complicated grief. All that defines uncomplicated bereavement and separates it from complicated bereavement, and that is yet not known. However, some critical facts have been identified. Uncomplicated bereavement. And if I'm looking away, guys, that's okay. I'm referring to my notes. Loss is a powerful stressor in life. Even those going through uncomplicated bereavement are likely to experience many symptoms of anxiety, depression, and to undergo physiological changes, which reduce the body's ability to fight off diseases. While proper notions suggest a steady and orderly progression of bereavement in stages, that's what we call the 5 stages of grief. People grieve in highly individualized ways. Depending on prior losses and on the particulars of other current loss, symptoms of anxiety may be most prominent or may mix with or be overshadowed by symptoms of depression. There is often a sense of unreality associated with first becoming aware of the loss. The griever may refuse to believe it has happened and can feel out of contact with those around him or her. Many people feel guilt because they do not initially feel any pain after the loss. They worry that they are abnormal or secretly unloving. This experience of numbness does not reply or insinuate a poor relationship. The numbness and the sense of unreality may be replaced later with a sense of profound anxiety or sadness. This stage may be marked by repeatedly seeking the person who has died, possibly even feeling they briefly hear or see the deceased. I went through this with my mom. As the loss becomes real, grievers often experience overwhelming waves of sadness and sometimes anger. That comes subtly with reminders of the loss. Interpersonal among the low and painful periods can be brief bursts of almost ecstatic and enthusiastic feelings, which may again cause the individual to feel guilt. Wide swings in mood are, however, a normal part of bereavement. Most individuals feel the ordinary pain of bereavement, do not need counseling or medication to adjust. They may, however, benefit from participation in groups for those who have had recent losses. Complicated bereavement warning signs. While there is no standard for what is healthy and unhealthy in bereavement, there are some warning signs of poor adjustment. Extensive avoidance of painful feelings and of reminders of the person who has died is not healthy. Coping by avoidance may appear to be working because it minimizes early distress, but it appears to place the griever at greater risk later. Those who find that they cannot bring themselves to go to the funeral or who isolate themselves from their grief experience with distracting activities, even those of planning the funeral, may be increased risk for psychological and physical difficulties. While a death usually disrupts the ability of the mourner to carry on daily activities, a crippling loss in ability to function indicates the need for therapy. Those who function most poorly 1 month after a loss often fail to regain normal function even 1 to 2 years later. Thus, even very early after a loss, it may be valuable for some individuals to seek counseling or antidepressant medication. That's where I am. I am at this point of counseling and antidepressant medication and anti-anxiety medication following the 3 losses I had back to back. Ironically, starting or increasing the use of tranquilizing medication with the loss may interfere with the natural process of grief. The natural process of grief is what I call grieving healthily, without medication, without counseling. Some of those who adjust poorly to a loss will express their difficulty in physical ailments. Those who see a physician with complaints that are not easily diagnosed or treated medically may be experiencing unresolved bereavement. Medical pursuit of diagnosis and treatment of such complaints can result in greater damage because of risks from diagnostic procedures and from unnecessary medical interventions for problems that will not respond to treatment, such as dizziness, fatigue, irritability, vague pains, etc. Guided mourning uses imagery and behavioral assignments. It is a powerful tool for provoking and safely reviewing thoughts and painful memories. Although complicated bereavement is a disruptive experience, such treatment can be successful. Better than treatment, however, is prevention. Prevention issues. Families sometimes try to protect the griever by removing the reminders of the loss. This strategy promotes avoidance by communicating that the pain of dealing with the loss will be overwhelming. It also hampers normal bereavement by removing important reminders that trigger painful but necessary memories. Family and friends can help any griever adjust by encouraging talk about feelings and thoughts about the loss. We want you to talk about the loss and have feelings about the loss. Similarly, children do not benefit from being protected from the rituals around bereavement. Such protection may be costly. Those old enough to understand death, age 5 or older, often need the painful reminders and rituals just as adults do. It is important that children be allowed to participate in mourning in their own developmental levels. Depending on their ages, children will deal with the loss in a very different way than adults. Younger children may need to hold play funerals for dolls or stuffed animals and may need to ask questions that may provoke pain in the grieving adults. Older children may become withdrawn or may begin to act out. For children of all ages, modeling ways to think and talk about painful feelings can be beneficial. Bereavement is an experience that must be treated with great respect. First, family members need to recognize and respect individuals' rights to grieve in their own way. There is no right or wrong way to grieve. It's completely individualized. Second, respect needs to come from healthcare professionals. While distress is inevitable with loss, unsolved grief means that distress can continue without relief unless effective treatment is begun. Most people need no formal intervention for bereavement. However, behavior therapists and other qualified mental health professionals can help guide those dealing with complicated bereavement through a process of resolution. Such a process can start even years after the loss. The sooner the process begins, however, the sooner the griever can return to normal functioning. I hope that this video today has helped anyone that may be dealing with the loss of a loved one. I know it has helped me just by talking about it to you. Thank you for tuning in to another video. Like I said in the beginning, if you are not subscribed to In the Safe Zone, please take the time to check me out and do so if you like and see what you hear. Please like the video and share the video if you will. It does not cost a thing. Thank you for tuning in. And once again, please have a very blessed, positive rest of your day. Until the next time and until the next video.